This is one to keep an eye on for the future. Admiral Group, ticker symbol is ADM. It's on the London Stock Exchange. It pays a dividend twice per year, but it pays very regular special dividends. Current price per share is £23.80, and it's an insurance company in the financial sector. So up until this year, they had a very good history of raising their dividends. They raised it for the last 10 years. It was about 5.5% every year. And then this year, they have decreased it. It's the first time in a while. So this is part of one of my pies. It's the UK Dividend Aristocrats. It's now fallen out of that list. However, it is a well-established and it is a massive company. There's 11,000 employees and a big company that's been around for a long time. They do all kinds of insurance, so they have quite a selection of products, insurance products, and they have the ability to pay special or extra dividends. I think as time goes on, they're going to start cutting employees, they're going to start raising their prices, and they're going to stop paying special dividends. According to their own website, the profits are going up and their customer base grew 4% in the first half of this year. But it is also important to mention that their debt is quite high. But I do still think that we should keep an eye on it because this current period that it's going through now is just one period in its entire history. It's been worse before. It will probably be even worse in the future. Nobody really knows. But their profits have just gone flat, so I can imagine that they're going to take quite a dive pretty soon if things don't change for them. Now, they have paid the dividend 4 times this year. Usually, a company that pays twice a year will pay an interim payment and a final payment, and then the other bonuses can be called bonus or special dividends. So it paid 2 specials and 2 regular dividends this year, but there is no way of knowing what they're going to pay in the coming years, unless things turn around for them quite quickly or they make some sacrifices. But if things continue the way they are now, you can expect about 38 or 37 pence per share. Probably would be safe to assume that's going to drop, but we simply have no way of knowing until it happens or until they announce it. The next upcoming ex-dividend date, if you are interested in investing in Admiral Group, is the 9th of May of 2024 and due to pay on the 31st of May of 2024. And it looks like they pay the regular dividends and the special dividends on the same day, if they will continue to pay the specials. I started my position in Admiral Group on the 21st of June of 2021 and it's up about 12% since then, but I have been buying in little increments as time went on. And I'll leave these company details open if you want to read through them, but they're an insurance company and it's all kinds of insurance, house, car, travel, pets, based in Cardiff in the United Kingdom, close to 11,500 employees, and they were founded in 1993. The market cap of Admiral Group, which is its value on the stock market, is £7.3 billion. It has a price to earnings ratio of 25. Now, according to other sources, it was 16. According to some others, it was 20. So if we pick the median, we'll say 21. And the peer average was about 28, which means that Admiral Group is trading at a better value than its peers at the moment. Now, this is only one singular tool in the toolbox of valuing a company. But according to that metric, it is good value. The current revenue listed is £3.25 billion. They have an earnings per share of an even £1 and a current dividend yield of 3%. Quite a bit of good news in the financial summary. Got revenue increases, small net income decrease of 4%. I'll leave that up there if you want to have a read through it yourself. Decrease of the dividend from 44 pence to 38 pence, so that's okay. Now they've only listed their net income on here on Trading 212. Their debt here though is 85%. Looks pretty bad. Yeah, same over the last quarter. Debt to assets 86%, very high. These are the cash flow fundamentals given on Trading 212. Now, this is where Admiral Group is on the grand scheme of things. Founded in 1993, this graph goes back to 2004. So it's a pretty good scale of what's happened since the beginning. And as you can see, it is just slowly but surely growing and growing. There has been spikes, there has been big dips, but it seems like it's just being hammered a little bit, and although it may not be at a magnificent price now, if it falls any further, I'd say it's in the territory where you should buy for the long term. That's what I'm going to do anyway. And it is also closer to its 52-week high than its 52-week low. So within the last calendar year from today, the lowest it was £18 and the highest was £25. So it's not far off the highest. I can expect quite a bit of a drop. I would say about 5 to 10% drop. Now, obviously, that's just me guessing, but if it does drop 10%, I'm definitely going to buy more. So to wrap it up, Admiral Group Ticker symbol is ADM. It's an insurance company in the UK. Pays 2 dividends a year regularly, but also has been paying 2 special dividends regularly as well. It pays about 40 pence per share. Each share will cost you £23.80. Has a dividend yield of about 3%. And although it might not be at its best price right now, I think if it does drop somewhere between 5 and 10%, it would be a great buy for the long term. They had a good history of raising dividends and they have had to decrease it recently, which, in all fairness, is fair enough. I can see a lot of companies' valuations falling quite a bit over the next year or two. But anyway, let me know what you think about Admiral Group.